We are back at it again, ladies and gentlemen, and I really don't know what's going on tonight. Like, it's just been wild with everything. I'm sharing out the broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see if this will go down, and let's see if this will work. We are hoping that this will work. We are hoping. We are hoping. I am back. Already sent, sir. Already sent. Boom. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yes. Perfect.
All right. I'm hoping that it will go through. If anything, if we need to, we can always reschedule it to another day because that whole entire part did not save. I had to delete them because they were messed up.
It's all good. So what I was saying was, I had after I finished playing the game, doing what I could do with the game, I had ended up getting bored, asked about my call because I uploaded it on Facebook. You got people who take the calls, and the guy asked me if he could take my call
Yep.
and put him in his universe. And I told him fine, it's no problem. And then he asked me if I do promos and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell that's about. So no, I don't do no promos. Just upload the call and let me know when your show is. So like I said, he took long to get to his shows, and you know, in doing in waiting for his show, I ended up liking a couple of posts on Facebook, and it was a post of Rob Anderson holding two titles, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty dope picture. Like the picture, and then went to the group, liked the group, and backed out and asked if I wanted to join. I didn't want to join, but the next day when I woke up, I was already in 4 different group chats and added to the KCW uh, group page, and I'm pretty sure that was all due to Jack Graves. So that eventually got me started, and I was trying to figure what it was, and Mike Carroll, Insidious, was the one who had initially got me my first EFED match on Worlds Collide, and it's been up from there ever since.
That's awesome. And we are happy for you to be a part of this EFED world. And when you first came in, you made quite an impact, I would say. Like, you freaking rushed in there, that you got your name out there, and people, I believe, wanted to step up and face you.
Oh yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's, it's been a ride. You know, you jump into this thing, you don't know what you're going to expect from it, but you know, you end up having fun with it because we all enjoy the game. And even though it's a whole bunch of kinks that they need to fix and everything like that, it's something that you get from watching your creation. You know what I mean? And the fact that you're not even using them, or you're not, you know, doing the PvP, this AI versus AI, it's just incredible to watch. You know what I mean? And yeah, pretty much. I guess the beginning of it was kind of rough because you don't know what you're actually getting into. I learned a lot as I went along from different people, and uh, you know, I think that in the shit talking, of course, that makes everybody want to kick your ass. It makes everybody want to get in the ring. You want to get in the ring with the best, and shit, I done made an impact on every Fed that I've actually entered. To be honest, you know.
Oh, yeah. And you have expanded your name from not just the KCW, you have been the DPW, you have been the RCW. Well,
Mm-hmm.
actually, Briggs has not been to RCW. Bishop is.
Briggs will make his debut in RCW. I did want to tell you that it will happen. Um, it is somebody there. Somebody there by the name of Eddie Walker.
Who's the city you speak
that
of? I hear he's the
that
Phantom guy.
yeah, him and Briggs they have to have conversation. I think currently they've only actually faced 1v1 twice, and Eddie has won one. Briggs has won one. Eddie is on that radar, and I know sometime back I was asked about that 7th and 8th spot on the Nightmare Briggs list, and let's just say Briggs will be showing up in RCW one of these days.
You heard it from himself, ladies and gentlemen. He will be showing up in RCW. Bishop is already there, and he competed in a gauntlet this past week. And you are entering an arena that is full of violence. And right here, a man that is entering this chat currently, right now to watch, Buster Anderson. I know you know. He has competed with the Hellfire champion recently in a fatal four-way, and Big Lou, him and him had a rivalry. And then it came down to a fatal four-way, and you know who the current Hellfire champion is? Kane.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yep, Kane came in. Out of nowhere, the legend himself, Kane.
I mean, listen, you can't go up against the big red machine in that kind of match
Right?
and not
I
expect to
was all
to win it.
right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good old Buster Anderson. What
You,
a day.
what can you tell me about him?
Um, Me and Buster go back and forth. It's everywhere. The funny thing is, and we joke about this all the time. Me and Buster never never actually look to face each other. It's just a thing. We jump in whatever fed. If I see a fed that he's in and I'm in there, I'm like, oh shit, here go Busted. And the shit talk go starts. Or vice versa. He'll jump in the fed and see I'm in there, he'll be like, oh fuck, here go Briggs. And next thing you know, whoever's fed it is, they go, oh, perfect match. Let's put these two together. But me and Buster always have, we usually have pretty good matches. We go back and forth. We have some classic matches. We want to keep real. I whoop Buster ass everywhere, everywhere. Nah, but Buster has had his fair share of wins against me. He's a very great competitor, very great champion. Uh, we had we like I said, we had a lot of back and forth, and I think one of our matches that we were supposed to have, it got buddy, which caused a lot of BS, but and that had nothing to do with me or Buster. But me and Buster will always have this rivalry where we always compete no matter where we're at. It's always going to happen. The only reason why it's not happening right now in IPW is because when I won the title, the stipulation was if I win, Buster can't challenge me for the title, and if he won, can't challenge him for the title. And I have the title, Buster can't challenge me right now, but I'm pretty sure if that wasn't on the table and he's doing great in IPW as well, we will be at. It's like that pretty much everywhere we go. In fact, he was in the number one contenders match for KCW, where I'm the undisputed champion. He lost it to the Force won that, but he's right there. And at one point when he had the Triple Crown Championship, I was the number 2 contender, and I ended up getting moved over into a different division. So we're always around each other, and like I said, no matter what fed we're in, it's always somebody I'm like, oh, let's put Briggs and Buster together, and that just creates an explosion. It's another one. We're in ASW. It's funny, we're both in ASW, but I'm on Riot. He's on Warzone. I'm the champion on Riot. He's the champion on Warzone. It's just like hand in
Champion
hand,
versus champion.
which might happen because they're looking to do Riot versus Warzone soon, and I think that's probably going to be the stipulation, champion versus champion. But I do have a matchup versus Billy Barber. I think coming up. It was supposed to
I
be today,
know
but I
Billy
have a
Barber.
matchup against. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that weirdo. I have a matchup with him, and then if I beat him, then I think that match is title for title. He's the United States champion, so if I beat him, I think I end up going against Tommy Black eventually, who was a former
You had a
King champion.
you had
Hmm?
a champion versus champion match today with Icon King of IPW. You guys are both the
Yeah.
champions, and I just want to say to both of you,
Hmm. Yeah.
a
Very
great
good
matchup.
match. My first time.
Icon King, I am a fan of. I am a fan of Briggs. It is great. That match was amazing.
Yeah. My first time in the match. I have a list of some of these guys. The thing is, we've been in this for some time now, and you would figure that everybody has at least crossed paths somehow. I've never been in the ring with the Icon except for one time, and it was in a gauntlet match, and it was in DPW for a number one contenders spot, and I came in at number 7, and Rob Anderson, who done went through about 3 or 4 people, I came in and took him out, and then Icon came in at number 8, took me out, and won the match. But that's the only time I've ever been in the ring with him. But like I said, you've been in this thing, you figure you cross a few people, figure you cross a lot of people, but it's people that I've never been in the ring with. And today was my first time in the 1v1 versus Icon. I still have a few people that I have to match up against, like the Dream Superstar is another one. Never been in the ring with him in a one-on-one. Dajan has, and he's beaten them, but Briggs hasn't. One of my biggest rivalries in this whole thing, and I've never had a match with this person, CJ Frost. Me and CJ have never had a 1v1, but it's one of the biggest rivalries out there. And that's going to come to a head because Frost versus Briggs, title for title, happens at the Asylum. Yeah.
Money, money,
And,
money.
and like I said, Frost also won the number one contenders match in KCW, so he's supposed to be the number one contender for the KCW undisputed world champion, which I have. So we're supposed to fight again.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, it's a few people that never came across in a 1v1 situation with. So looking forward to some of these matches happening. But yeah, the match with Icon today, dope match. And like I said, I put it out there, put the post up. Um, Eventually we can get it going for his universal title. That'd be great. And like I told Jack, don't slip because I'm coming for your title too. He's a crown jewel champion. I would definitely love to have that. So it'd be an honor to wear that as well.
On IZW.
Yes. Well, on IPW, on IZW,
Oh,
IZW, here's the thing with IZW. I love IZW.
I thought you meant you were taking his titles. When you said titles, I thought you were meaning IZW. My bad.
Oh, yeah, no. In IPW, he's the crown
Yeah.
jewel champion,
Yeah.
and I want to take that title, but I also want to take Icon's universal title. So, it's taking small steps because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I ain't gonna fight both at the same time. But either one is fine. And IZW, that's a whole different story. I think IZW, I just let it play out how it's gonna play out because it's a funny thing with IZW, which I to. Okay, Ghost is the man in IZW. The funny thing is Ghost was never supposed to be the man anywhere. So
You mean Jay Jin.
Ghost,
You mean
yeah,
Jay Jin.
yeah, Jaden, he wasn't supposed to be the man anywhere. He was supposed to, yes, right, exactly. And the funny thing is, you get it how you lose it, right? He won it, and he won it in a elimination chamber, which was the surprise thing. He wasn't even supposed to be in the Elimination Chamber. I think Jack had just added him last minute. He won the title in the Elimination Chamber. He lost it in the Elimination Chamber. He won it in the multi-man match. I can't remember who was in that match, but he turned around and lost it in the multi-man match, which I think you won the second time. And then he won it in another multi-man match,
You
which
mean Eddie
had,
won? I'm Diggle, sir. People need to
well,
stop
yeah,
confusing us. I know he's a
right,
good-looking gentleman, but look at me,
right.
bro. Look
Eddie
at
won it.
this.
But yeah, he won in another multi-man match that had Redman, Briggs, and Rob Anderson. That's the third match he won. So he wins it in the multi-man matches, but he loses it in the multi-man matches as well. But he was never supposed to be a big thing. When he came into the business, it was like a prototype. I just created him off of trying to help somebody else. And I figure, oh well, I got this call, let me use him. And he actually made his debut in GPW. Made his debut in GPW, lost a couple matches, won a couple matches, and then made his way to Alpha Pro. And in Alpha Pro, he won the light heavyweight title, and he's been unstoppable in Alpha Pro as well. But he was also, invited to come into IZW. And what was Mike gonna call Worlds Collide before he made it Worlds Collide again? What was it called?
It was called War of Worlds. Wow.
War of Worlds. All right, so yeah, he ended up making his debut there as well when Mike had the Royal Rumble for the title, and he actually lasted to, I think, number three or four, and got eliminated. But yeah, he was never supposed to be a big thing, but he is just, phenomenal. Like I said, 3 times.
ICW, I feel like he runs because at
Yeah,
this point he's a 3-time world champion and he's already going after tag gold with
yep.
you.
Well, no, me and Corey Bishop actually had tag titles. Me and
That's
me
what it
and
was. My bad.
me and Jajin are actually tag champs in All Star Pro.
Jeez. Jeez. Pumping this up and down, bro. Okay. Nah, we ain't no tag. Oh, no, we are over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
I see you.
are actually tag team champs. The funny thing is, because I started the Club Elite, everybody thinks Jajin is in the Club Elite, and he's not. Jajin is just like off doing his
Oh, I
own
know he's
thing.
not. I never figured he was elite, and I actually wanted to talk to you about that after a minute.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because all right. So the backstory is, because all of my calls have backstories. The backstory is, Jajin and Briggs ran across each other in Japan. They
Okay.
had their wars in Japan, so that's how they know each other. Jajin came to the States and started to make his own path, but end up reconnecting, seeing Briggs, and they're good friends, but they're not running mates. If there is ever help needed, which he was in a match where Dajin had his rivalry with Eddie, and they had the tag match, and he tagged up with Briggs because he doesn't have anybody in IZW. He's a lone wolf, so not to be confused with the Red Wolf, but he's
Yeah.
the lone wolf, so it made sense. So yeah, he's not a part of the club. Some people think he are. Like I said, in All Star Pro, him and Briggs are tag champions, and the guy who runs All Star Pro groups him with the club elite all the time.
And he's a
It's funny, but
real
yeah.
ghost. He's a ghost. How far does his
Mhm.
backstory go? Where's he from? Ancient times, like AD, BC?
That I would actually say that'll probably be for him to answer.
Okay, that's
But he is,
very.
yeah. He just appears out of nowhere.
I hope he doesn't just pop up into the studio. Ryan, are we safe? Are we safe
Hey,
from the ghost?
make sure you don't have no titles around, because he'll come for him.
I have toy titles. I have
Hey,
replicas.
those work as well. Yeah.
Well, I would love to have the Ghost J Jin answer sometime, and hopefully he's maybe watching somewhere in the distance,
Oh,
not close to here.
yeah, I would
My
say one of these days, definitely, definitely.
ooh, I'd be in store for that. I
Hmm.
do now. What is this elite exactly? What is
Oh, the club.
this
So the club elite
club
is, you know, it was
elite?
the club elite. It
Club elite.
was something that I wanted to start just to, you know, actually get get more opportunities out there, put more people in the spotlight. You know, if you actually look at the make of what the club elite originally was, it wasn't like how would I say, like a bunch of, you know, heavy dominant people. Like I didn't like if all right, so the people who were in club elite besides Briggs and Hitman. You know, I was trying to recruit people, but I didn't want their main core because everybody's main core is you know pretty much in the faction. The thing is, Hitman wasn't even supposed to be a part of the club elite. I asked Hitman for people when I first started the club elite because of course you know Digital Dynasty is one thing, and don't want to speak too. I don't speak bad about it. It's just something that happened and didn't go how it was supposed to go. So when I started the club elite, it was to give other people a shot of being in the faction growing. So I asked Hitman, hey, because around this time I'm just getting the ASW, getting my feet wet. I said, hey, I know you got some gunners over there. You know, tell them I'm starting up a faction. I'm looking for somebody, and he was like, "Man, fuck that. Put me in." So he got added. Now another person was Cornell GM. Now we know Cornell for we know Cornell for Blade, right? I didn't want Blade, and I didn't want his main core. I wanted CJ Wade because to me, CJ Wade was amazing, young talent. You know what I mean? To me, it's probably one of his best works. So we added CJ Wade. Another one was Super Kick. Now I've always wanted Super Kicks in Digital Dynasty, but he has a loyalty to Cross. So that's why Drake Stone was in Digital Dynasty. Now with the Club Elite, I told him I like Drake Stone, but Drake Stone went and fit what I was trying to do. And of course, we can't add super kicks, so then you get boom, Evil Johnny, and Evil Johnny is amazing. That was a
People
now
John.
I was looking to help. Now, like I said, when I told you Jajin was a prototype, Jajin was Evil Johnny. He was what I was, you know, basing when me and Super Kicks was talking about. I was like, I would do this, that, and the third, but I ended up breaking them down completely and rebuilding them, and that's how we get Jajin. But
Yeah.
it was a build off of what Evil Johnny was. So you get Evil Johnny, and then you have Big Brock Carter, who's you know an ASW, real big super heavyweight dude, massive killer. Of course you know Corey Bishop, you know.
And he has told me some stuff about him, and I have seen this guy in action, and I would love to talk to you about him soon. Like, I actually do have questions about him.
Yeah, Corey Bishop moves on his own accord. When Digital Dynasty was falling apart, Corey Bishop was already gone before anything ever happened because he moves by himself. That's where the whole Bane thing came in, and you know he the one who he listened to the most is Briggs, but Corey Bishop does his own thing when he want to do his own thing. He's just you know
What was
he's who
Bishop?
he is.
What was the reason for the Bane mask for Bishop? What was Bishop's reasoning?
Okay, so when I first bought Bishop to KCW. You know, he had a. It was all right. Cause so I was still going through my changes of learning things, and like I said, when Briggs first came to KCW, Briggs was a heavyweight powerhouse, 275 pounds, and then you know within my path of fighting and stuff, I realized you know that I should do a light heavyweight, change his build here and there, do this, that, and the third. and it was pretty much the same with Corey Bishop. And for my first few matches with Corey Bishop, he won a couple, but he lost. He lost more than I wanted him to lose. But he was still like a destructive powerhouse type of build. And the thing that brought on the Bane phase was actually calling out Eddie Walker. And I just felt like that match deserved some type of darkness. You have to go to certain levels with certain people, and Eddie is one of those guys. I can walk in and just say, "Hey, we're gonna have a match," but if you add on the persona of this dark figure, and on top of that, what was the first match that we had? I think it was the Iron Man. Was the Iron Man match, Iron Man Extreme Rules match, and that match was just phenomenal. Everything about that match, and just the fact that we could pull that out of each other made that match that more entertaining. And then to go to an even darker level and do an ambulance match after. No, we did a special guest referee match and then the ambulance match. You know, is just darkness on top, and then the promos on top of that. The promos was great. So it all depends on who you're fighting. So you have to reach that kind of level when you're dealing with a phantom, you know. So that's what brought that on. And then of course after the run was done, as you see, he went back to street clothes, the Bane mask and stuff is off. And then him and Eddie had a match after that, which Eddie actually won. So kudos to him.
Imagine Eddie and Bishop as a team, and Briggs and Anderson as a tag team. Right there,
And
tag match.
it's crazy because um a while back, when when we was in this rivalry, Ada made a suggestion about the tag turmoil. So you pretty much match up with somebody who you might be at odds with, or your teams is random. And I also tried to bring that up when I was in GPW as well. Like I thought that was also a good thing to do. And I also know Bobo the Clown also had said something about that as well. He brought that up within the final stage. It just never came to fruition. But when Aiden brought it up in KCW, I told him, I said, if Bishop will team with anybody, it has to be Eddie. Briggs, on the other hand, because I have so much of a rivalry with these individuals, you could put Briggs with Buster Anderson. You could put Briggs with Rob Anderson, which Rob Anderson is just like that's a forever rivalry for whatever reason. When I first made my way into Feds, I was automatically placed with Rob Anderson. My first PLE match was against Rob Anderson in the snap tap and that match, and I didn't know what the fuck that was. But the sound,
Right.
the sound of it, snap tap a nap. You think it's either a submission match or a knockout match? I hit this
Right.
motherfucker with 4 Omega drivers, which was my finisher at the time, and he never got knocked out. So I'm like, this is bullshit. This ain't no knockout match. And the funny thing is, Briggs initially was a submission, type of build. I had every dragon sleeper that you can put on a guy, and none of them actually came out in that match. But he put me in the anaconda vice and won the match. So that's how I found out about what a snap tap and that match is. But yeah, I told him you can put Briggs with Buster Anderson. You can put Briggs with Rob Anderson. You can put Briggs with Insidious, which is another feud rivalry that's building that should actually play out to be crazy as well. Um, with Briggs is just you. Everybody loves Briggs. That's the thing, right? Everybody loves Briggs. But the ones who he get into these rivalries with, it's just it goes so far to where it's just different levels to it. Like Big Lou. Eddie likes to call me Big Lou's biggest fan. But
I've heard.
me and Big Lou have this history, this rivalry that just, it doesn't go anywhere. Because my first time fighting Big Lou wasn't even in KCW, it was in MMW. And I won a tournament to end up fighting in a triple threat match for Big Lou's title. And I took his title from him. That was my introduction to Big Lou. I took his title from him, and from then, Big Lou said anytime Big Lou would ask for a match, he would say, "I want Briggs." So to everybody else, it looked like I'm chasing Lou, but Lou's been chasing me for the longest. And the thing is, every time Lou gets a title, I take the title from Lou. But Lou has Lou has taken the WFC title from me, but Lou took it from me in the triple threat. I took it from Lou in the
Did he
1v1.
pin you in that triple threat?
Huh?
Did he pin you in the said triple threat?
Um,
Was it
man,
you that was pinned or the other person?
I don't remember. I want to say he pinned me in that first match. Here's the thing, because we had the triple threat match in DPW,
Yes.
and then it was ran back the next week in KCW.
Why,
So
why was it switched from DPW to KCW?
because the World Fighting Championship, which is a title that Mike Pearl created, it can be defended between both brands. I won it. I won that title from Lou in DPW. Then I took it to KCW and I beat John Robb in a Hell in a Cell match and defended it. And Lou just felt he deserved a rematch, even though he didn't have a title defense. So I don't see how he deserved a rematch. But somehow he talked his way into a match in DPW where I was supposed to be defending against Fender, but then it turned into Billy the Kid because Billy the Kid beat me in a 1v1. So Frost felt he deserved the match, and then he added Big Lou to the match. So Big Lou won the match. Now I should have got a rematch. So me and Frost were trying to figure it out, but while we were trying to figure it out, Jag booked Big Lou versus Rob Anderson versus Billy the Kid in the same exact match. Now, like I said, that first match, I don't remember the outcome. I want to say let's just go ahead and say Big Lou pinned me, but I know he tapped out Billy the Kid in KCW to keep the title. I remember that because I was late getting to the ring. He tapped out Billy the Kid, but I won that title back in another triple threat, which is probably the biggest match in my eyes in KCW history because it was the triple threat match with Briggs, Big Lou, Rob Anderson, winner take all, 3 titles up for grabs, and Iron Man match, and I took everything. So yeah, but now, like I said, Big Lou thinks he deserves another rematch, but I don't know if since KCW has been on a hiatus, I don't know when he's supposed to be getting that. But in the meantime, I do have Frost coming up at the Asylum title for title. So, and shout out to Lou. He's a champion over there. He's the DPW Dragon Kings champion. I told him I'll be coming for that too. I'm not coming for it right away because, like I said, he get a title, he think I'm on his ass. I know I get a title, he on my ass. So when I told him, like, yeah, you see this list, this list for Nightmare Briggs, and he goes, oh, get in line. I said, I don't want your title now, but I'm gonna take you out. One of
Yeah.
these days, me and Lou just like me and Buster, it's gonna happen. It's gonna keep happening. You can't stop that. Like I get tired of fighting some of the same people, but who I can always depend on fighting, Lou, Buster, Rob Anderson. And on top of that, it's always like, we were I wanna say like heads of the factions or whatever. Lou with the Red Wolves, Rob Anderson with BLS, me with the club, Digital Dynasty before that. It's it's always we're always going to bump heads. It's like we're always in that picture. Like I said, if you have a triple threat rivalry, that's it right there. Me, Rob, and Lou. You know, we always gonna fight each other. I didn't even ask to get in that triple threat match. I just made a joke and told Rob it'd be funny if I cashed in on that match because him and Lou was set to go at it. And Rob said, "Do what you got to do." And Lou was the one who started talking shit, which made the match possible because I told Lou, "I'm not trying to jump in your match." And Lou, "Oh, you always by my side," and blah 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 blah. And then next thing you know, Rob said, "I'm making that match happen."
Yeah, yeah.
So that's how that usually goes.
And speaking of some of these names that you did mention, Buster was in here, Caleb was in here, my buddy. We also had Mr. Big T show up here. We also had my friend Rachel. We also had Mr. Shockwave here, who was
Shout
checking
out to
out the
all
scene. Mr. The One Titan Storm, the mighty
of
Chris Cleve,
shout out to
the
all of them.
oh,
Shout out to all of them.
buddy, when you mentioned Bobo, he showed up right as the moment you were talking about him, and it looks like your partner Aiden Williams has also was is in.
Shout out to all of them. You know, all good people. Like I said, I have no issues with nobody, no
Oh yeah,
negative comments to speak on nobody. Oh, and also, like I said, Bobo, I've actually met the man behind the core of Bobo. Shout out to him. He's a real cool guy. He
shout out to Bobo.
actually ended up giving me a hardcore, gifted me a hardcore used arena title, which is dope of him. So, you know, shout out to him.
That's awesome. Shout out to Bobo. I hope I could get Bobo up here on the show one day. That would be very fun.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you
And
can. He was doing his own thing, like doing a interview type of deal before too, I remember. So I'm pretty
yeah,
sure that happened.
I
I
did hear
mean,
something about that. Yeah.
Bobo is retired. Bobo's retired. I can't remember the name of the new car that he ended up coming back. The Cowboy Jet, the Dark Cowboy Jedi, I think. So should be interesting. I'm waiting to see what he actually does with that.
I'm very interested to see where that goes. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And speaking of awesome, can we please take a minute to talk about two people we have not even mentioned in this? Two people that you are very familiar with. Angel and Amaya. Angel became the recent RCW Hellfire Women's Champion.
Uh, Amaya's actually on right now. I got All Star Pro playing in the background, and she's actually in the match right now. But
Really?
yeah, I didn't even know because she's the Fight Night champion over there. But
Huh.
yeah, the women of the stable. Okay, had when I first started, I had my own stable called the Powerhouse, which consisted of, all right, so I know you know of five of my calls. I actually had six. There's Briggs, Corey Bishop, Angel, Amaya, um, Ghost now, but Bowie, the Samoan Warlord, who I actually uploaded probably once or twice, but he was never picked up in KCW, so I still have him. I just don't uh really use him like that. He did compete in MMW, but you know of the five. Now, Angel and Amaya, this the story with the twin sisters. Okay, so um the backstory, two girls from Cali, you know, both were into sports and stuff like that, ended up getting into wrestling, ended up meeting Briggs, and that's how that all started. But if we want to get into the actual real story of Angel and Amaya, like I said, we played this game for so long. And one of the things that you have to do when you have the game, which everybody needs to do, in the words of the hitman J Smoke, if you're gonna run a fade, play the female Maraz because there's stuff there that you put on your women card that you can't get if you don't play the female Maraz. So, like I said, I did everything I could do in the game, so I was playing the female Maraz. I've created Briggs for as long as I can remember. Briggs wasn't even Briggs when I first started creating him. His name was Damian King. Damian has always been an alter ego type of name for me. And King is just, it is what it is. So when I first started creating, it was Damian King, but eventually I decided, let me just go ahead and add it because everybody claims to be the king, right? Everybody's a king. So figure why not just add it, Damian the King Briggs. All right, so like I said, I done got to where I could with the game. I done beat the male my rise. So there's the female my rise that you have to do. Now, when I did the female my rise, that's the birth of Amaya. And, you know, 2K glitched out 85% of the way in the female my rise. I forgot what part of the story it was, but it just freezes and you can't do anything. So once 2K finally decided to fix it, I'm like, I really don't want to do this all over again. But since I have the opportunity to do it, I might as well. But I don't want to continue doing it with Amaya. Let me create another female. Boom. Then you have Angel. So I ran the whole thing back with Angel. And the fact that I do have twin daughters made the twin narrative work. You know, now my daughters have created their own core. They don't play the game much, but they have took a shot at creating their own core. They like to be creative. But I
So
figured,
they're they're your they're your daughters, Briggs's
they're,
daughters.
they're, they're technically not my daughters, but that's just where the twin narrative came in. If I'm gonna have
Ah,
two girls, might as well just make them twins. You know what I mean? But it originally just because the whole ordeal started with just Briggs having a female counterpart, which was Amaya. Briggs and Amaya are pretty much hand in hand. When I created Amaya, all I did was just create the female, take Briggs' moveset, throw it on her. They were pretty much hand in hand. You know what I mean?
and Angel's
But
the opposite of Briggs. Is the opposite of Bishop.
exactly. You know
Okay.
what I mean? So, but eventually, as you go along, you start changing up move sets and stuff like that. For me personally, I like if I'm gonna go in and fuck around with the creative, I like to do my own shit. I just recently found out this year that people were downloading other people move sets. I didn't know
Yeah.
that you could do that. So everything that I do is completely me. I create the move set. I create the chord entrance, you know what I mean? If I see something that I like, I might download the CC and like a tattoo or something like that. But everything else is just me fucking around with shit. So, but that's how you get the story of Angel and Amaya. I started with Amaya. Angel came because I couldn't finish the My Rise, and then I finished the My Rise with Angel. And then I just had them, like I said, I was playing my own My Universe, and they pretty much ran shit in my own My Universe. So once I start uploading my code to the CC for everybody else to grab, like I've done it before, but I never actually watched anybody use it like I have this year in Fed. So once everybody started downloading them, I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's see how this go. Hey, you need females? I got two of them, you know. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, they are doing amazing. Like they were DPW tag champs, ASW tag champs, GPW tag champs. Amaya's held the Cold Hard Championship in ASW. Angel, like you said, champion RCW. Like they go around collecting titles. They hold their own. So I'm proud of it. You know, in time and like I said, Amaya's Fight Night champion. She whooping ass right now.
Yeah,
So
she they have not won a title yet in ICW, have they? Or have one of them, yes, hold a title in ICW at one
both of
point?
them. They both won the women's. They both won the women's world champion at ICW. I think Maya has also had the hardcore title as well. I'm not sure if Angel has, but I know Maya has held both. Angel has held the the world championship, but that's pretty much it. The women in the ICW are just out this world, man, and they always go back and forth, no matter who you put them up against. They both had wars with Britt. Both had wars with Riley. Uh, every woman that is a powerhouse, they run into Maya and Angel, and it's gonna go how it's gonna go. Maya and Angel were a part of Digital Dynasty. Maya and Angel are not a part of the Club Elite. I want to make that known as well. Maya and Angel are part of the Faces of Fear. Now,
Jeez.
if you seen the Faces of Fear as an actual trio, it's something scary, but it's something so beautiful. It's something that me and Jay Smoke put together. You have to watch it, and they're always on ASW. You have to watch it, especially when they all come out with face paint and everything. It's just amazing. So yeah, Faces of Fear, definitely uh, a top female faction to look out for.
All right, definitely. Very awesome, and we are happy to see how far everybody has came. And I do want to thank you again for being on here. Like seriously. Um,
Definitely. I said
are
we get it
any of
done.
your people currently in a feud?
We always all of my cores are always infused. Only one that's never really in a feud is Corey Bishop. You know, I think the main feud that he was in was with Eddie. But every here's the deal. Corey Bishop has pretty much a winning record against everybody that he's faced, except for Big T. I think Big T is the only person that has a one up on Corey Bishop. He's beat Corey Bishop once and they've never fought again. That was in Worlds Collide. But everybody else is usually Corey Bishop has a run at him, beat him a couple times, if that, and then there's nothing else to follow. Him and Jack Graves are 1-1. You know, uh,
Hmm.
like I said, him and Buster, they've had one match. He's being Buster. Buster's looking for the get back, whenever it happens. But he's the only one who's never really in a feud. Um, let's see. Briggs is in so many feuds right now. Like I said, everybody loves Briggs, but everybody wants to be in the ring with Briggs as well. It's one of those one of those one of those cause where it's always going to be an exciting match. You always want to see where it goes, and if they're going to make a name. It's a name. A name is going to be made. Whether Briggs' name goes up or goes down, your name is going to go up or go down as well. People want to remember. Oh, that match with Briggs was, it was one of them ones. So, you can, like I said, he's in a forever feud with Rob Anderson. I think the last time I fought Rob Anderson was a couple of weeks ago on All Star Pro, and I won the match, but won it off for like a springboard leg drop or something like that. And neither
Yeah.
one of us are happy about that. So, got to run that back. Um, Insidious, like I said, the whole Nightmare Briggs list that came out, it's only one person going off that list, and that's Don Bag Dan. And shout out to Don Bag Dan and the Kingdom of Violence. Shout out to Don Bag Dan and the Kingdom of Violence. Fuck with
Kingdom
those
of
guys.
Violence, Dimebag Dan,
Yep,
please shout out and hello, Mr. Gage Saban. Nice to see you,
yep.
good sir.
Don Bag Dan, Demon X, Tolo, all those guys over there. Ego the Prince. I fuck with those guys. And ASW and other feds that were in together. But yeah, definitely just took down Dan off the Nightmare Briggs list. Also shout out to the villain in Blood Island. He's on the list. Um, they whole crew, Prime Time P, Coney, Inkwell, all all of those guys. So I have a few views for Briggs and ASW, and again, like I said, Tommy Black, he's one that's around as well. I got Billy Barber coming up. KCW, like I said, Rob Anderson is always there. Big Lou is always around. Buster is always around. I'm gonna punch Big T in his fucking mouth one of these days. Like, yeah.
You
Nah,
do look
shout out to Big T. I'm like, you know what's funny? I remember when I called Big T out, and Big T tried to say, "Oh, you might be great one day, but you're not ready to hold this title." I've held that title twice.
Oh no.
But shout out to Big T. He's a good one to fight too. I don't really have a rivalry with Big T, but I have a rivalry overall with the Red Wolves. You know what I mean? So Insidious, Big Lou, me and Jack is just something that
Jack's
happened.
Jack's not Wolfpack no more.
Well, yeah, That's true. He's Venom Club. Well, shit. Even if you look at Venom Club, me and Jack is going to happen again. Me and
You and
Frost.
Frost.
Yep. Oh, they got a few guys
I
over there.
want
Like I
to see
said,
you versus Mythic.
yeah. I mean, that can happen as well. Mythic is a very good. I just watched Mythic his match with Big Lou, which I thought he was going to pull out, but he lost. He tapped out. But Briggs and Mythic is a good match. I'm pretty sure it will happen. Shout out to Mythic. You know what I mean? I came in on the tail end of when Mythic was exiting, and then he came back and made his return. So I haven't really seen him in the ring too much, but definitely shout out to him. I think that'll
He
be
has
a
a
good
Brock
match.
Lesnar contract. Just letting you know.
I heard.
That's literally his
I heard.
contract.
Yeah, I definitely heard.
It's every pay per
Hey,
view.
yeah, but like I said again, it's Briggs. So everybody likes to get in the ring with Briggs. So I'm pretty sure if the opportunity was to present itself, Briggs versus Mythic, it'll happen. You know, some of these matches just take their time because they have to build. Like I said, one of the biggest feuds that hasn't happened yet, me and Frost,
Uh,
but it's coming.
look. Speaking of Frost, did you read that comment that just came in?
I'm CJ's bodyguard. No one can get to Frost unless they come my way with respect. That's Shockwave, right?
Yeah, he's one of the
Shock,
Venom Club. So
yeah, Shock. Shout out to you. Me and Shock can get in there and square it up as well. I've been seeing Shock make his way around a bunch of I'm sorry, Shock, but me and Frost is happening whether you like it or not. That's already set, brother. But you know, me and you can get in there and shake it up as well. Cause the club, the Venom Club versus Club Elite is definitely happening. It's definitely
I
happening.
have I have a suggestion. What if this almost do it like this? You know that you're gonna face Frost. So how about you show that you're gonna face Frost by beating the heck out of his bodyguard in a match, and
Oh, I'm
then
not.
you go
I'm
on
not.
to face right there.
But no, see, here's the thing. I won't even have to worry about that because it's gonna happen one day. Me and Shaq in a few different feds. Shaq just competed in ASW.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
over there. I just seen Shaq in ULW. I just started over there as well. So me and Shaq gonna cross paths. That's not even something to worry about. But like I said, the overall picture of it, the Venom Club versus Club Elite is happening. So they're gonna put the match together however they see fit. But me and Shaq definitely gonna get in there and shake it up. That's a
heck yeah.
fact. Like
I
I
really
said, I
want
gotta
to
get.
see that.
I got a list of people that I need to get in there with. Now I've never really came across. In fact, you know what's funny? My girls just beat Shot girls in ASW to retain the tag titles. You know, they just beat Shot girls, but yeah,
We
it's
have time.
definitely yeah.
There's a whole
Briggs
road
and
to
Shot,
go.
yeah, Briggs and Shot definitely gonna happen. We definitely gonna get in there and
Yeah,
shake it up. We everywhere together as well. So I definitely look forward to that. Venom Club versus the Club Elite definitely happening. Like I said, it's faction wars is about to happen. That's something that's been on the table, that's been talked about. So it just depends on how they plan on doing it because it's been talked about in all different factions, from KCW to DPW, you know. And
and you've been in a
it's
few of the faction wars.
yeah, man. Yeah. Digital Dynasty versus the Last Right War Games.
Yeah, it was four of you versus Insidious,
hmm
Draven,
Yep.
Jack, and Eddie.
Yep.
I
Yep.
believe those were the four.
Yeah, and there was Briggs, Aiden,
Aiden.
Drake Stone, and Jerome GM. I think that was the four. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we was getting our ass whipped. I'm surprised we won it, but yeah, we was getting the shit beat out of us. So, but like I've always said, I always give props to the Last Right. I like all of those guys. Only one that I haven't been in the ring 1v1 with was Draven. You know, Briggs and
Briggs
Draven
versus
never.
Draven.
Yeah, Briggs versus
Briggs versus
Draven
Bishop.
never fought. Briggs versus Bishop. It's happened.
Imagine that. Oh no! I'm sorry. I got too excited. Briggs versus Bishop versus Draven. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's scary.
Yeah,
That's scary,
that's
especially
scary.
if I decide to dig down into a darker path again and do another Bane type of. I don't know. The Bane thing seemed like it's just meant for Eddie, But I can always still reach down and do some dark shit. But yeah, Bishop versus Draven, yeah, that can be one of the ones. I like that. I like that. We might make that. Like I said, Worlds Collide is coming back. We might make that happen. Hey, Mike, I got smashed.
He literally is going off right now into his chat. I literally keep on getting notifications from his chat talking about the show. It's supposed to be this Friday. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Worlds Collide is coming, and look who just joined, Miss Haley Ramone. Welcome, Miss Ramone. My
Haley,
smoking
shout
buddy.
out Haley, definitely. Hey, um, speaking of Haley, story that never happened. Haley was supposed to fight Amaya. That was
Oh,
supposed to go down.
oh.
It was a whole bunch of mess behind that, but yeah, Haley versus Amaya was supposed to go down. It didn't. Um, Haley was the KCW Women's Champion. Amaya, I cashed in for Amaya. Amaya beat the shit out of Dirty Diana, and somehow, some way,
She figured out a
misdemeanor,
way.
yeah, misdemeanor ended up getting a cash in to take the number one contender spot from Amaya, but then Haley left and the title was vacant. So yeah, man, that would have been a dope ass match. Shout out to Haley. I was looking forward to that. I was definitely looking forward to that.
It could still possibly happen down the line.
Well, no, Haley's just the manager now. For the most part,
Oh, really?
yeah, I'm not sure if Haley is in NWA, but for the most part, I know Haley is a manager for I forgot the female core, but I know Jay Prince is the male core. But yeah, definitely for now. But
Oh,
yeah,
for now.
Amira is Haley was supposed to go. Now I was looking forward to that. But yeah, shout out to Haley.
Freaking, it's been a wonderful night. We've had many of guests pop in here. I'm happy to see everybody enjoying it, and thank you again, sir. Oh, Nicole Owens and Jay Prince
Boom, there
is what he
you go,
said.
Nicole. Nicole is dope now. I have been in there with Nicole. Nicole is dope. Nicole is dope. I fuck with Nicole. Jay Prince is dope too. I don't have a cruiserweight course, so I haven't really been in there with Jay Prince. I definitely watched dope ass core. Like I said, I'm over in ASW heavy, so you know.
Yeah, freaking, heck yeah, man. Freaking, I love it. Freaking, and you kind of,
I ended up freezing.
yeah, you kind of just froze. Well, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Um, or not. There we are. I'm adding him back. Technical difficulties, but we're still live. Nah, bro, we've had to start this like 3 or 4 times, bro. Technical difficulties, but that's the way of life. I really wonder what it is too. All right, I am inviting him again. We're gonna see if it works this time.
Oh, there you go.
We good?
Yeah, I don't know
All
what
right.
happened.
I, I, I think the weed gods are getting mad.
Yeah.
They're like, you have to be smoking. What are you doing here? No, I'm just kidding.
About that time, yeah.
I have not smoked on this show yet. The only thing we've done here is cuss, and I haven't got flagged yet, so we're all good.
Hey, there you go. Hey,
Yeah,
if you're worried about it, just do it to the side.
yeah, just get that little set.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. Well, freaking, I only have like one more question for you to end
Shoot.
off.
Yeah, shoot.
What would you like? What do you want your legacy to be?
Man, now you know, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Um, as far as I'm concerned, when you look at any one of my cars, like I would I would say that they're goated, just for what they've already accomplished. But we got so much more to go. Fucking 2K25 is about to come out. As far as Briggs himself, the best. You know, Briggs, if you ask me, one of the best. We put him in there, fight him, put him against whoever. Either coming out more than it's a good chance he's going to come out with the win. And if it's a title on the line, it's a good chance he'll come out with the title. But like I said, we're in a community where there's so many different people, and everybody is good. Depending on which feds you go to, it's not like anybody makes a horrible call. Not that I've really seen, but it's work. And for me, like I said, it takes time to, I guess, perfect it because you're always changing up moves, always changing up ties and shit like that. But you go in there and have classics with so many people. It's kind of hard to be like, oh, I'm that much better than you because you never know. And I said it just depends. Again, me going up against Icon today. I never fought Icon. I've watched Icon. Like I said, I've seen Icon put down some great people. I watched Icon beat Jack Graves a couple weeks ago. Jack Graves is one of my hardest opponents. I fought Jack Graves 3 different times. He has the 2-1 edge on me. But I'm looking forward to getting back in the ring with Jack. But I've never seen well, I didn't think I would see Icon beat Jack because like I said, from the matches that I have seen of Icon is a good call, but you know, Jack is Jack. You know, he's
I
one of the
I
ones.
I think they have faced an IPW if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago when Icon got the win over Jack. It was a champion versus champion match, and he won that. Um, Juju likes to put those together, which is the funny thing is I told him I want that universal title. So after I had faced Tyson Storm, I told him I said I want Icon's head on a platter. So he ended up booking a match. Now when he does the champion versus champion matches, they dope. It's definitely a nice match to watch. You sharpen your sword. He did a champion versus champion match with me versus Big Lou. Big Lou got the best of me. You know what I mean? Like I said, that
Mhm.
back and forth thing. That's why I suggested earlier Jack Graves versus Big Lou next, because Jack is the crown jewel champ. Big Lou is the European champ. I'm the United States champ. Icon is the Universal champ. All four in that mix. So why not? Like I
Just
said,
put
I'll
all
go.
champions in a match and just call it a field day. Let's go.
Hey, there you go. Well, wait, hey, it makes sense, right? Yeah, I'm all for it. So, yeah, I think, yeah, back to the question, what I want my legacy to be is, the best, pretty much. That's the best way you can sum that up. Um, is look to go in there, and put on a show. Do what I do, win titles, win matches, and on to the next. You know,
Yeah. Okay. Uh,
tell you when I know that you like to go ahead and lurk around at the arenas and the backstage and stuff. When you see Eddie, yeah, you let him know Briggs is making his way to Austin. ICW. One of these days, I'm not going to say when. I will let you know when he pops up in the CC, but he will make his way to ICW. Him and Eddie going to have some conversations. It can go in the ICW. I'm pretty sure him and Eddie and Briggs will meet other places, but yeah, I don't know. Be surprised if he get added to that list too. Jack is definitely getting added to that list, especially since he Venom Club. Like, fucking Venom Club. I,
You don't like the Venom
that,
Club, do you?
you hear the thing with here's the thing with the Venom Club. I like the Venom Club. All right, so when before they came back as the Venom Club and it was just the house, you know what I mean? To me, it felt like something there, like the house versus the club. I like the sound of that. And then they came back as the Venom Club, and then you know, like we the
Club
real
versus
club,
club.
and then yeah, and they go, we've been here, we've been the club. So you have
they,
that
they
we was the
were
club way
Venom
before,
Club.
yeah,
They
right, and
technically were.
yeah, and I'm not knocking that, but I do tell them like y'all only the club again because we came around and made the club what it was. Like, you know, like all right, so you had the Bullet Club, which was like Aaron James and the guys that
From
he had. I don't
Japan?
even know. No.
Oh.
Shout out to them. That Bullet Club goaded. But Aaron James
Woo!
and Aaron
Too sweet.
James and Tommy Black, who is now BLS and Primetime P and all of those guys. It was in KCW Underground. He tried to come back with the Bullet Club, but it didn't hit like that. I don't think they're still around. But when you mention the club, you're talking the Club Elite. That's the club. And I think the Venom Club was like, well, we were the club first, so let's come back with the Venom Club. And and that became a thing. So that's where the whole club versus club thing started. And then now Jack's like, oh, the Dollar Tree Club. You going to have to prove it now. You got to prove that now. So yeah, like I said, it's going to happen. I'm looking forward to it. Like once Faction Wars go over, because every everybody has something with somebody in some faction. Like I said, I pretty much have a thing with everybody in the Red Wolves. I had a thing with some of the top guys in BLS. Uh, Venom Club is just another one that's we're gonna have to see. So, but definitely shout out to the club, to the real club, to the Club Elite. You know, my guy Hitman, Brock, Evil Johnny, Corey Bishop. Shout out to the Faces of Fear, Amaya, Angel, and Nikki. Oh, you gotta watch that. You gotta watch them. You get a chance, definitely. And I'm
I know
looking forward to the Worlds Collide. Yes, Worlds Collide Friday. A match that shouldn't be happening, but will happen. Um, John Robb, Briggs, Nightmare Briggs, Jay the Hitman, and Smoke for the UFO title. So
Mm.
I asked Mike about that. Mike was like, he's just trying to put together bangers. I told him I can get it, you know what I mean? But I already know Mike part of the Venom Club too, so and the Red Wolf, so you just trying to create some shit. One more
There
thing.
actually is.
I have one more thing to say. Shout out AJ Woods. I want to give a shout out to AJ Woods because me and AJ Woods have a match that hasn't happened that will happen eventually. We still have somewhat of a history. I'll keep it 100% with you. Briggs is a technician because of AJ Woods. So he was the one because me and AJ had two fights. AJ has an upper hand on Briggs. Me and AJ had two fights where I completely beat the shit out of AJ, but he won at the end with the submission. So it made me focus on being more of a submission specialist and up my game. And that all started when he had his match with Aiden. He took the title from Aiden. I was the number one when Worlds Collide doors closed. I was the number one contender, and AJ was the champion. So the match was set for Briggs versus AJ Iron Man Extreme Rules submission match. It just never happened because the doors closed. That match will eventually happen. So shout out to AJ Woods. We've had a few matches, but that match has to have that has to be the next match for Briggs versus AJ Woods because I definitely need to get him back in the ring and see how that plays out. Like I said,
Okay.
AJ has matches lined up with all three of my cars. Bishop took a title from AJ, and Ghost J was prepped to fight AJ in GPW, and that never happened. So I told Jack it's time for that match as well. So Ghost J versus AJ Wood should be happening soon. Don't know when Bishop versus AJ happened, but Briggs and AJ will happen eventually. That same match that we were supposed to have. So
I
yeah,
can't wait to
definitely
see
shout out.
that.
Yep, shout out to AJ Woods too. So
Shout out to Mr. Woods. Well, sir, that was really all the questions that I had, but I do have a bonus one from Blind Man. Blind Man actually gave me this one, but he slipped this into the studio. He said, "When are you and him gonna go become the tag team champions with Bishop and go to Burger King?"
hey, whenever Blind Man is ready to step in to the ring, Bishop got him. It's my dog. Uh, Blind Man should have been a part of the team a long time ago. You know, he's the honorary. He was the honorary Digital Dynasty member. Yeah, whenever he ready to go for the tag titles, Bishop ready. Shout out to Blind Man for real, for real. Yeah, yeah.
I love Blind Man.
That's that's fucking hilarious. I appreciate you for out OOC. I appreciate you for actually tapping into each character that you do. That is fucking phenomenal. I definitely I appreciate that, bro. For real.
Hey man, I really do try, man. I try my best. Like I try to train up characters for the ones I watch on TV, and then I'm just like, you know what? Got to figure out a way to give it funny, and then I'll just say something random. And Blind Man's random, so he'll just go into random chats, say something random.
Always hilarious. That shit is always it can always make put you in a good mood to laugh. I like that shit. Definitely. Yeah. Whenever he ready for the tag titles, we'll go for him.
I'm ready for that. I got it. I gotta talk to Mike because he says he wants to make Blind Man, and he has talked to me about bringing Blind Man into the ring. So if that happens, you already know what's gonna happen.
I'm with it. I'm with it. Hell yeah.
It would become the most greatest tag team ever, right there, right there.
I throw Bishop in a referee shirt so fast.
The refs, man, the
Hell
refs.
yeah. Hell yeah. I'm
Blind
with it.
man's blind, so you got the Bishop's gonna have to lead him to the ring half the time. He's gonna think he's going to the ring, but he's actually going to the concessions.
I'm pretty sure they'll work together well. It'll play out perfectly.
Yes. Yes, sir. One day it will happen. The Blind Man and Corey Bishop connection. Mr. Woods versus Briggs again. Mr. Briggs versus Eddie Walker. Bishop versus Big T. Bishop versus Draven. Angel and Amaya versus more great women athletes that come into this world.
All right, man. It's up. Everything like I said, everybody has some kind of fuse somewhere. Uh, Ghost Jajan is currently in a feud with the dog. So I'm pretty in that match the other night. That submission match. I was so annoyed with that because Ghost is not a submission specialist, but you know Rob Anderson is, so you know it's his match. But it's still go out there and fight, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna end up fighting again for the title because he got it from Rob. Like I said, Briggs has feuds everywhere, everywhere. The Hitman just jumped in. Shout out to you, my boy. Club shit only, elite shit only. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the
Uh,
Hitman.
Tune in to AS.
ASW. Check out
Yep,
his
tune in
stuff,
to AS.
ASW, All Smoke Wrestling.
Yeah, straight tune in to like I said, tune into his next show. I'll be defending against Billy Barber, whatever. Um, and then it's up after that. Hopefully, I retain. But definitely tune in to ASW. Briggs has feuds there. Bishop has, like I said, he only half feuds, but everybody's on the table. And like you said, that Draven match is one that I definitely want to see happen. Need to get the run back with Big T because when Worlds Collide close, he was the Infinity Champion, and Big T was talking about he wanted a shot at the title, but it never happened because it was closed. So definitely got to get that run back. Everywhere. Like I said, it's up. Maya, Angel, Nikki, Faces of Fear, amazing shit. Like I said, Hitman, shout out to you, bro. Definitely check them out whenever you get a chance to see them. Uh, Mythic just joined in. Just spoke about you earlier, my boy. Shout out to you. Um, that's something that will eventually happen as well. You know what I mean? Like I said, club shit, elite shit, the club elite versus Venom Club definitely happening. You gonna line them up. You gonna dust them off. You know, I had to come in there with that New Jack type of attitude.
New Jack, New Jack, New Jack, New
Yeah,
Jack. Sorry, I had to.
yeah, definitely coming in with that New Jack type of attitude. So you know, it is what it is. So I
Oh,
got a lot of it's a lot on the table. So
we
like I
literally were
said,
just talking about this with you, Mythic. Actually, before you joined on Mythic, we were actually mentioning a match between you and Mr. Briggs in the future. Imagine that would be a banger. A king versus a god, right there.
mm-hmm, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, but you can't use that expression because you know. If I don't know if you ever heard the song "Human Being to the Mob," what's the mob to the king? What's a king to a god? It's a god to a
Yeah.
non-believer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, like I said, Mythic man, it'll happen one day. It'll happen, and um, yeah. Oh, speaking Bali's here. You know, don't even worry about the whole thing with Lou. You know what I mean? He gonna lose that title eventually. You know, he will definitely fall.
Never count out the biggest and baddest man in the E-Fed world.
You can't, but you know what I mean. I say this all the time. You can't, but then when he run into a Briggs, that might look a little different. Like I said, me and Lou go back and forth all the time, so I won't just say I whoop Lou ass all the time. Lou get his props, man. You know, shout out to him. But yeah, he gonna have to see me again, and if he holding tighter, he gonna have to give that up. So like I said, it's a lot on the table. You know, a lot to look forward to as well, and especially with the new 25 coming out. Right now, like I say, focused on next ASW match. At defend there. Once Global Impact comes back, defend there. Worlds Collides, defend there. Looking to go up on IPW, DPW, we everywhere. So shout out to all the other leagues that I can't remember off the top of my head. You know, BCW, MMW. It's a bunch of feds
We
that Briggs
mentioned a
and
lot in here, so either way, you have mentioned like practically, I think everyone you've been to, what it sounds like. You've mentioned APW, DPW,
oh
RCW,
yeah,
KCW, GPW. Before it was even like even now with the new names, like that's not just GPW. Like there's a lot of different names within the GPW ranks that you've been a part of,
yeah,
like the NWA, the WWA, and of course you know the
mm-hmm,
rest. And so you've been around, you've gotten
yeah,
around, and it seems like I do actually want to ask you something before you get off. You
mm-hmm.
mentioned Smoke quite a bit for this. One day, I would love to have Mr. Smoke on here as a guest, and if he's ever wanting to, for him, I would be willing to do a prediction show with you being on there with us, maybe going over one of his match cards one time for a upcoming show of his.
That'd be dope. I'm pretty sure he'll be up for it. Smoke's one that to get his brand out there. You know what I mean? It's all
Exactly.
about the
I would
brand.
be
So
happy to help.
Yeah.
I don't like to just express from one brand. I like, as you know, I talk with all the brands. I'm not just trying to expand to one. I
Yeah.
like to help them, even if I don't have cause there. I'm wanting to help them out any way I can. I want to help get people out there. I'm not sure if I have any cause in ASW, and even if I don't, I am happy to help out.
You, I'm
I'm in
pretty sure you
IWA.
do. You do. I think. Well, I think Eddie is on Warzone. Yeah. I remember correctly. I could have sworn Eddie just fought on Warzone last week.
Well, this is news to me.
Yeah. Eddie's over there. Sidious is over there. Jack just came back over there. Buster's over there. A bunch of you guys, yeah. Eddie
Well,
is definitely
I'm gonna have to talk to Eddie.
Eddie is definitely on Warzone. Yeah.
Damn. Well, that's cool to hear. I had no idea. I really had no idea.
That's shocking.
Yeah,
That is
I'm not
shocking.
mad about it at all. Like if I believe I had one for one of his shows. It was for Travis Burkell. If you know
Yeah,
which one that he was
Travis
doing a show for him. I
Travis
thought I
runs
was on his show.
yeah, Travis runs Warzone.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. Travis runs Warzone. Uh Hitman runs Riot. So
that's awesome. That's really awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, awesome. Freaking, I'm always happy to help out their
You're not in
stuff. Like freaking, and
the
like I said,
ASW
if you,
chat?
huh?
You're not in the ASW chat?
There's a chat. Do you see? I had no idea there was a damn chat, man.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, we want to get you over there. I have to
Hey,
plug you in. Yeah, you definitely over there. I thought you
I
was in the
thought
chat for
it
some
was just a
reason.
page. I low-key thought it was just a page.
No, yeah, you're there. So I'm if they don't add you, and I'll bring you into the
Uh,
chat. Yeah, you definitely did.
well, thank you. I would be happy to help out, and yeah, I'll do more stuff. I had no idea. Now that I know, I'll definitely, yeah, I'll have any promo there more. Freaking,
Yeah,
yeah, freaking. Also, I do want to help them out any way I can, and any other company that wants help, freaking, I'm always happy to help. Freaking, I'll help anybody and everybody. And
yeah.
thank you
So I'm
again.
pretty sure Hitman to jump in. He's definitely down for the push for the brand. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll happen.
One of these days, definitely let me know, and we will get you guys on. And thank you for coming on again. I know I've said it a million times. Those were all the questions I really had. I enjoyed having this chat with you, and I do hope to have you on here in the future again.
Oh yeah, definitely. Blast. I appreciate being on here. It was an honor, and I said there's gonna be a lot more stuff going on eventually. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll end up making another stop. If everybody can, you can follow the page, like, send a friend request to the page because I want to start using the Damian Briggs page more when it comes to the eFed stuff.
You
So, you know,
hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Check out the isn't it called Damian King Briggs page?
yeah, Damian King Briggs, you know. I'll send out friend requests from the account page, but for the promo page and stuff, like and follow if you can. But yeah, we'll definitely be back to revisit, talk up some more shit. Like I said, there's a bunch of shit going on in these next few coming weeks, and big matches coming along. So we'll be back to chop it up some more.
Hell yeah, and we are excited for the next time you do come on, and you have yourself a good night, sir.
And I appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me.
Anytime, brother. Oh, can't wait for next time. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that was epic. It was good to have Mr. Briggs on. It was good to have everybody showing Mr. Mythic. Thank you, Noah. What's up, brother? It's been a while. Bailey, what's up? How's Thaddeus doing? How's my brother? How are you doing too? Mr. Underdog Hero, Mr. ASW. Yes, check out these companies: ASW, DPW, IPW, RCW, GPW, and 3Dub, and XPWF, ASW. Freaking, there are so many brands of entertainment out there, and this was one hell of a show. And I cannot wait until the next episode of Fright Night. Please stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because I have one guest I asked a while back, and he has yet to get back to me on when he is ready, but I know for a fact it is going to blow the roof off everybody's houses when they see who I have, and I bet you tonight was the same way, and I'm just very excited, and I'm very energetic, and I just want to thank everybody that just thank you everybody for showing up, and everybody have a nice night. And assalamu alaikum. Did I say that right?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, there you go.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace.